close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another one, and today to take a quick look at the Samsung Galaxy Fit 2.
I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in numbers.
Here we are with the Samsung Galaxy Fit 2. Now, in terms of a bracelet itself, before we go to sports and so on and so forth, I really enjoy a few things that are right over here. First of all, it has a really interesting screen, 1.1-inch AMOLED display, touchscreen by the way. And one of the things that you guys ask me frequently is, Robert, with luminosity outside, do we see the screen? Yes, we do. No issues at all. There are a few levels of brightness, which I will show in just a few moments, but yes, we can use it outside and we will see it really nicely. Now, besides being a nice screen, we will have about 70 or so displays that we can use on the band. So in my opinion, there will be a design that will fit our different tastes, and for me is the one that you are seeing on screen, which has a lot of options, but there are so many that we can customize and so on and so forth that I really doubt that there isn't something that you enjoy. Now, the other thing that I really enjoy as well is the bracelets and the way that we put it on our wrist, because besides being safe, it's actually really easy to put and it will not feel loose. This one actually, it's really simple. I was expecting to be a little bit more difficult because of this extra step, but it's not an extra step. It's the only step, and then you just need to put the thing right over here just to hide it. That is it. Great, great, works really nice. Now, charging the battery, I just need to take it out of my wrist and then put the adapter right over here, and it will charge the bracelet. Now, in terms of the information that we will have, as I said, it is a touch screen, so I can move up, down, left or right. When we move to the left, which will bring the first menu, and by the way, it is all customizable. We can add, we can remove things from here, but by default we will find the status on the first one. On the second menu we will find the sports activity, which also can be customized. We will find walk, running, cycling, swimming and other, and we will talk about sports in just a few moments because I'm really enjoying one of the features that is right over here. Now, on the next menu we will find also the stress levels, and it's saying that I'm a bit stressed. Well, I don't feel much stressed. It's probably accurate. I don't know. Now, moving to the next level, we can import the current localization. It doesn't have a GPS, but it will grab data from our phone, so it will locate itself easily that way. It's a smart device. Now, next on the menu we will find the timer, and also besides that we'll find a timer and a chronometer, and besides that we will also find a countdown to wash our hands. But a very important thing right over here is that we can add, we can remove things from these menus, so we can customize the way that I want. If I don't want the washing hands menu right over there, I can just delete it from the app, and that is it. Now, moving to the settings menu, once we press down on the band, we will find a few settings right over there. The first one is the luminosity or the brightness of the screen, which we can leave on auto. It does a great job, or we can just put it on maximum or on minimum to save battery. We'll also find on one of the menus the music control, and yes, it works during workouts. So if you are running and if you want to put music lower or higher, or if you want to change tracks and so on and so forth, we can do that while we are running. This is something that doesn't happen on many of the smart bands or smartwatches that you use. Once we start the workout, there's nothing else that I can do, just watch the workout, and that is it. So this is interesting for those that want to take advantage of this feature. Now we'll also find something else, which is the water mode, because if I want to go to swim, I can just press that. Usually it will detect automatically, but we can use just to be safe that we will not touch by accident. And we also have the find our phone and the sleep mode, reboot or reset. And when I mean sleep is do not disturb, because we can configure to say, okay, so from 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock in the evening, yes, I want all the notifications and so on and so forth, but after that I don't want. But if I want to sleep after lunch for half an hour, I can just press that and it's the not disturb mode. There's also a interesting feature which I haven't had the time to test out, which is the quick answer, and those quick answers are not available when we are using iOS, so we can use a phone with Android like the Samsung Fan Edition 5G, which I'm testing out and reviewing it. So soon I will test out that feature right over here. Now moving to the sports, which is one of the things that I really enjoy, not only doing those sports but using gadgets such as this one to improve our performance. Now starting with the walking, which is something that usually I do on a daily basis, but without having the need to go for a walk, because I'm an active person and I do a lot of steps every day. And one of the devices that I did compare is my Amazfit GTR, which is one of the watches that I use on a daily basis, so I know how it works. I've compared with a lot of devices, although it's a lot more expensive than a smart band. It's great to evaluate. And the differences that I saw after one day with above 20,000 steps is that the difference is not much. I actually shared on my Portuguese Instagram profile a joke where I did put the GTR and the Galaxy Fit 2 and also my counting on a paper, and I said, okay, it was 22,750 because not this one is accurate and not this one is accurate, it's on a middle, but I would say that it's a difference of roughly 1,000 steps or so. So I'm not really sure if it's this one or this one, but I do believe that's somewhere in the middle. So a great counter or step measurement right over here. Now moving to the treadmill was one of the nice surprises that I had. My first impression was, oh, I'm so sad because it's not giving me the data that I want. But after that I said, okay, I'm really happy because it's great. And what happened was that I did select the sports treadmill, and that sports will only give me a few things in terms of data, not much. And I'm used to get a lot more with apps such as Sports Track and something like that. Now, the next day when I went for a session of treadmill, what happened is that I did forgot to initiate the exercise. And what happened was that it detected automatically that I was running, and it gave me all the information that I wanted. The kilometers, the distance, the heart rate, everything that you can see right there on screen. So this is great. We don't need to select the spot, just start doing it, and it's quite accurate. So it was really nice. And to do treadmill, if is that one of the spots that you do, this is just great. Just go to the treadmill, start running, and boom, at the end, we will have the sports. Now, if we go jogging outside, the way that it works is that it doesn't have GPS, but it will grab a GPS signal from our phone. We don't need to open the app. We just need to press the button, say, I'm starting to run, or just start running, and it automatically will do it. But I do enjoy pressing the button, run, and then I start running. It will get the signal from the GPS, and it's accurate as well. Now, in terms of cycling, I did test it out, but unfortunately it started to rain, so I had to shorten my distance that I was planning, but it was enough to test out the accuracy and the distance. So my feedback is that it works great because it's connected to our smartphone and getting the GPS from that. Now, I did get rain, so it was a good time to test it out if it was waterproof or not, and I still have to test it out on swimming, but it's a bit cold right now. So what I will do is I will wait a bit more of time, and I will get back once when it's a bit warmer so that I can swim. In terms of heart rate monitor, what I can say is that comparing with my chest strap, which is the way that I usually do my workouts and is the most accurate device that I have, although it's not the precise, true reality, it's the most precise. And what I can say is that the band does not a bad job. It will get to the value. The only thing that I see is that there is a small delay. If I reach a rate of 160, It will get to 160 after a few seconds that I see on the, and that was the only thing that I saw. And when we decrease, it will happen the same. So it will take a little bit more time, but this is usual on any of these devices. One thing that I can say is that it behaves quite well, and this will improve the data that it gets from our sleep. I've got a really difficult sleeping pattern. I don't sleep much and it's irregular. It's not complete. So it gets me a little bit. It can understand my sleep, which is not bad. And to finish up, in terms of the applications that we will use with the smart band, is the Galaxy Fit and the Samsung Health, as we have seen on the Galaxy Fit E in the past. And what I can say is that there are two really complete apps. The Galaxy Fit will control the way that this works, the screen and so on and so forth, and then the Samsung Health will control everything that is targeted at the health, our exercises and so on and so forth. So it will not work with the mechanics, but with the exercises. So I do believe that is a good ecosystem. If you ask me, Hero, would you like to have everything on the same app? Yeah, probably I would. There are things to improve. Yeah, I would like to see maps on my jogging sessions and so on and so forth. And having in mind that it gets the GPS signal from the phone, probably it's something that in the future can be made. I'm not really sure, but those are only the things. Because in terms of the app itself, especially the Samsung Health, it's really complete. One of the most complete apps for sports that I've seen. It has a lot of sports, it has a lot of data, sleeping data and eating data if we want to insert and so on and so forth. So it is a really complete. Actually, if we want to talk about the app, I could do one more or two more videos and probably I would not have enough time to explain everything. And that being said, my feedback is that this is a really interesting device with accurate results in terms of sports, especially because it's one of the things that we want these devices for. And that is it. Hopefully this video was helpful in some way. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I will answer as best and as fast as I can. If the video was useful, don't forget the usual, which is right over here, thumbs up, which it's really appreciated right over here. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.